My name is Dustin Gilman-Stienstra, and I'm the co-author and co-teacher of the Reclaim Myself series. It's a holistic recovery workbook that's focused on helping you reclaim your life. I want to have a conversation with you today about how this workbook opens up and how it might help you wherever you're at. If you're in recovery, whatever stage you're in recovery, or if you're just trying to reclaim the best of yourself. This workbook series is designed and written for anybody. You will be able to find yourself in here, and you'll be able to find yourself in these exercises and meditations in a way that will allow you to overcome and transcend and transmute some of the pain and the hurt that you might be living in, some of the anxiety, some of the fears, some of the worries, some of the addictions. The workbook Reclaim Myself has received some fantastic 5-star reviews from doctors, treatment centers, and individuals who have worked through this book. And the to be called a legend is very humbling for Chaim and I. Is we are offering, and we have created this to be a workbook that you can interact with, that you can work with at your own pace. And today I want to share with you some of the first lesson, and I want to jump into how our recovery workbook starts. We begin to sum up our experience by sharing that addiction and dependence and mental health struggles have caused Chaim and I a great deal of pain at times. And that in the process of recovery, we have had to balance safety and growth. And we open up in chapter 1 by summing up the struggle to talk about how we have met the challenges of addiction in a safe manner and in a manner that also challenges us to grow. We all want to grow in one way or another in our life. In all the groups that I've hosted with this material, every time that I ask a group, do you want to grow? Everybody wants to grow in some way, whether it be in work, whether it be in their personal life, in their relationships. In some way, we are all called to grow. This book is about honoring your own growth, reflecting upon your own growth, seeing what gets in the way of your own growth. Is the patterns that you are creating, the patterns that you want to create? Are you living in past regret, past fear? Are you living in loss and grief? Are you dealing with anxiety or stress or some type of dependence, a food dependence maybe, or an alcohol dependence or a drug dependence, or even medications can be a cover-up for some of the underlying factors that we cover in these 3 workbooks. This is a process. And the process of recovery, we have to do it at a safe pace, because in our attempts to try to recover too fast, oftentimes we kind of stumble over our own patterns. I know I've certainly struggled. I am blessed to be in some ways an expert in recovery, and that has come with a lot of failure. I have struggled in my own recovery in a myriad of different ways, which we will get into and we'll talk about, and I will share. Is Chaim and I have built this workbook about sharing our experience as well, asking questions of yourself as well as looking at our experience. Like, this is for you. When you hear these questions, ask them of yourself. You can listen to our answers, but they're only our answers. We have experience in being able to have a lot of people share their answers and their experiences with us in recovery. And we have built this workbook as we have taught this class week after week in treatment centers and in circles that we've conducted, and in our process of coming to understand addiction and dependence and health and well-being better. We've created this workbook. So how can you grow at a safe pace is one of the first questions I think that is important to ask yourself. What does it look like for you to grow at a safe pace? How are you in your life looking to grow? We start this workbook series with a heck of a question. Chaim introduces our primary purpose. And I believe each of us have a primary purpose or multiple primary purposes, things that really drive us and move us and cause us to feel excited and passion. This workbook has been a passion to create. It created itself as Chaim and I are passionate about seeing you reclaim yourself. This book is created to learn to balance the ideals that you wish to pursue with the realities of the struggle of recovery from dependence. It takes time to recover. I conduct circles in a county jail here every week, and I go in with Northern Arizona Restorative Justice to host restorative circles. And part of what we do in that space is we look to reflect upon the problems, the harm that we've caused to ourselves and to others, and to repair that harm. In there, I often find myself saying that recovery is a long process. The process of just going to treatment for 30 to 60 days is never enough. It's a great beginning, but after you get out of that space, then what? Well, this workbook is created to help you after that space, to help you to continue your continuum of growth, to continue to dig in. So we start by identifying a primary purpose. My primary purpose is to help others, to serve others, to support others. And in doing so, I've learned that a primary purpose that's very attached to that is taking care of myself, recovering and going through this material myself, identifying and seeing patterns that need to be broken, having people in my life who can reflect to me the truths that I need to see. Recovery is a group exercise. Recovery is never done alone. In this process, find somebody that you can go through this with. Connect with people about these questions. You can host your own groups. All you need to do is encourage people to buy their own copies of this book. Start with book 1. Open up to your primary purpose. Find your own and identify why you're here. Why do you want to recover? What is it that you are held back from, that you dream of? What is it that you truly want in your life, to see in your life, and to be in your life? How can you identify something that sparks that passion where you're like, I know exactly how I can reclaim my life. This is what I've always wanted to do. That inner voice of wanting to do something different and something special has sparked a wave of serial entrepreneurialism and people who are chasing their dreams and accomplishing them, people who are starting businesses and nonprofits, people who are activists in life. This book is all about activity. In identifying your primary purpose, the next question that's asked in the beginning is what contributes or strengthens your primary purpose? What is it that connects you to your primary purpose? How can you identify something that sparks awake a joy in life, that makes you feel excited in life? What contributes to your primary purpose? What contributes to your mental health? I know that the way that we oftentimes relate with pain and grief and sadness can be unhealthy. It's one of the roots of addiction. So acknowledging when you're in pain, acknowledging when you're hurt, and allowing yourself to feel hurt is part of that process of healing. Giving yourself the space to listen. This workbook is great to read a chapter at a time, and I would encourage you to buy this and read through this chapter as we go through these questions. I think you'll find it very helpful to have a guide that you can write in, to have a workbook that you can put your answers in and act as a journal as you work through your recovery. I want to encourage you to buy this book, to choose to make a contribution if you can, to help us get this book to people who need it. There are many people who we have had requests to receive this book, and we need money and we need help and support, that you can reach out and we can give you ways to donate and help us get these books in the hands of people that need them. The most important thing I want you to take from today and the opening of Reclaim Yourself, Reclaim Myself, as we work together to reclaim ourselves, is to be patient, to balance safety and growth, to do this at a safe pace. The right pace of recovery is a slow pace. Take your time. Be with yourself. Give yourself a commitment to work through this book in 4 months and these books in a year. To give yourself a year of willingness to show up for yourself and to do the work yourself, because no one else on this planet can reclaim you. I can't reclaim you. Your parents can't reclaim you. Your wife can't reclaim you. They can help you be reclaimed, but you have to make a choice. And so if this sparks interest to you, if you're ready to reclaim yourself, reach out and get a hold of us. Follow us on YouTube, on Facebook. Watch these videos. Read this book. Find somebody that you can work with and engage in this process. Thank you for showing up for you. Thank you for showing up for yourself and being willing to make a change in your life in a holistic way that honors your mind, your body, and your soul. This process is about the entire person that you are and uncovering the greatness that's within you, that you've been created for, the purpose. If you don't have a primary purpose today, trust me, if you stick along with this process, you will find a primary purpose. You will identify what contributes to it, and you will find yourself beginning to heal. Thanks for tuning in, and continue to tune in, follow us, and subscribe. Reclaim Myself. All the best. Continue to reclaim you.